quiere que yo sea Vito. Como que, no, tranquilo, solo venía por
My name is Anna, and since June 2015, I'm the President of the General Assembly of Vizcaya, the parliament closest to the people in the historic territory of Vizcaya. Today, this model United Nations Educational Congress brings together ambassadors from 54 different states in the region. I'm sure you will learn from and enjoy your stay in Vizcaya. Let me also welcome you with a few words in our language, Euskera. En ancient religion, the European language is more like today than Bizkaiko parlamentu honetara, Gernikako batzartze honetara, zuen etxearen legebiltza honetara. Today, you will continue to work toward the goals of the United Nations for Global Sustainable Development. Allow me to emphasize the importance of the goal of empowering women in society. I encourage you girls and boys to build a more equal future between men and women. We still have a long way to go to achieve a more egalitarian world. Before giving way to Christina, I would like to convey to you the historical meaning of this house of the Reina. You are in another building, one of the first buildings in the world to set a tower. It will be some 80 years since the bombing of Gernika. The destruction by the bombs of the Condor Bridge on that April 26, 1937, became known throughout the world as the first mass bombing of a civilian population. Gernika is today a symbol of liberties. Gernika today signifies the tradition of humanitarianism based on a plural coexistence. Gernika means today the historical life and the longing for peace for the past people. We'll see the meaning of this assembly house now in the video, so please enter the video.
If you want to know who we are, you only have time to look. In our history today, you will find traces of what we are. You will also find there outlines of our future. We are the land that feeds this tree. We are the sturdy timber that supports what we build on our past. We are the leaves that will grow. Because we work, we are. And because we are going to be, our history is the seed of the future. The General Assemblies of Biscay are the parliament of one of the oldest democracies in Europe. Rousseau said, Gernika is the happiest town in the world. Its affairs are governed by a council of farmers who gather under an oak tree and who always make the fair decisions. John Adams, founding father of the United States of America, used the Biscay Parliament as an example of democracy. What makes this town so unique? So different? So striking the eyes of the world. William von Humboldt, on his journey through the land of the Basques, tried to unravel this mystery and concluded that our twisted by the wind and in some dead branch.
This escape came about as meeting makes the parish council a centre of economic, social and political life.
From the 11th century until its abolition nearly 900 years later, the Bristol estate had its own political organisation that incorporated the manners and customs and institutional law.
The representatives of the parish councils gathered in assemblies in order to govern.
At Guernica, the representatives of the people from all over the territory met twice a year. And all of them shouted about a sacred tree, wrote and fine through the pages of our history.
The meetings of the Seder were also heard in the Abbey Assembly House. A meeting place for every territories on the local council square at Guernica. These places still speak to us about old traditions. Today, along with the new Assembly House, Avellaneda and Guernica continue to be headquarters for the General Assemblies.
Today, the General Assemblies are the Parliament of Biscay, their objective being to contribute to the social and economic development of the region. It is in General Assemblies where the regional laws are approved, which are the laws of our region for the development of infrastructure, social welfare, fiscal policy, agriculture, culture, etc.
Following the recovery of historical rights, Guernica is within 0 kilometers to rebuild our institutions. Here, history begins there. The statute of Guernica recognizes and enshrines the right of self-government of these lands, from which emanate the institutions themselves, the General Assemblies, our Parliament, and the General Council of our government.
Vast institutions, all of which are subject to the trunk of this history. This tree is MUN.
Following the tradition established by our first Vice President, Jose Antonio, the presidents of this country have been sworn into office under the shade of civil tree.
Dimitare Ordesagio Aurelio.
The oldest documented tree was the palm tree, which started life in the 14th century and lived for over 500 years.
It was succeeded by the oak tree, the trunk of which is still preserved today. Its successor, the sun tree, was placed in front of the pavilion, and its silhouette became the Guernica tree icon.
Today, one of its shoots has taken its place.
It's impossible not to admire it, and here, with our river's voice, remind us of its occasion to transcend these glories.
Said the bard, and hundreds of shoots from his tree scattered all over the world have allowed this universal dream of freedom to become a reality. 1937 destroyed much of the town, causing pain and death.
The vast country of this ceremony had paid dearly for freedom, but it did not destroy the seed of peace on which the time seed. Today, it is a living symbol of the desire for peace and freedom for everyone.
Shows us how we were and who we are. Our future is not in our hands. Among the leaves of this oak tree, the wind tells us of time ahead in which, as those times before, our institutions are summoned to be solid, tranquil coexists.
But there will be a general consensus tomorrow who will continue to seek the shared answers to the great challenges of our future.
Because we were, we are.
And because we are, they're going to be.
Thank you very much.
You know that
is also the last. Now, Christina, please go on.
On all presidents, distinguished speakers, field delegates, advisors, sponsors, and press, welcome to MUN Bilbao. We are honored by your assistance here today and by having the opportunity to be hosted in this open ceremony in such an emblematic building as the Ungarnida Senate House. As the Secretary General, I would love to warmly welcome you all to MUN Bilbao 2017 and hope the conference will be fruitful and good of a new generation of future leaders that will change the world. I wish to introduce you to the speakers that will be opening this very first conference. To the President-elect, Dana Tavala, Deputy Assistant of the United Nations in the Spanish Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Cooperation. Among all of her different roles, she has been part of the Spanish Embassy in Austria, Bolivia, and Ukraine. To her left, Director of the Basque Know-How Foundation. She has spent half of her professional life abroad, working with international organizations and closely collaborating with the Union. To the President's right, Anna Bennett. She is the pedagogical coordinator of the international educational group class and co-organizer of the International Conference on Thinking Bilbao 2015. And finally, this week, our MUN Director, Nicola Dingle, here to my left, also teacher of the school Ayala. We hope this opening ceremony will be of your delight. So we proceed. Tamalata, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Christina. Excellencies, directors, teachers, and students. I'm thrilled to be here tonight and have the opportunity to open this MUN Bilbao. One of the first ones held in our series. For me, it is an honor to be here because this year I have my earliest childhood memories. This year I entered school. This year my first word related was certain. And it's from here that I learned to love diplomacy. We're here tonight to represent the cave, but it's a real cave. We're here to learn, and we're here to represent what United Nations need. We have to believe your own characters in order to get the most out of this fascinating experience. I really encourage you to put all your effort and all your passion in negotiating. Not only tomorrow, but throughout the whole week. You learn, and you learn what diplomacy means. It is actually a way of life. And since we're going through this year, the United Nations, let's take to United Nations. United Nations is supposed to get to a global government. Within the United Nations, you use a particular kind of diplomacy, which is multilateral diplomacy, which is more different to bilateral diplomacy, which is more complex and very different dynamics take place. You have to build alliances. You have to be able to be aware of different sensibilities different countries have. You have to have with every single country, not only the big ones, also the small ones, because each country has to build. You have to be aware of the dynamics of communication. You have to be nimble as well, and you have to be thorough. You have to be able to know what your interests are, but you also have to be aware that you do not obtain 100% of what you wish to be. You have to give it something. So all of us can gain. It is a win-win game, and you will learn what I mean by game. The result is maybe not the ideal result each and every one of us have, but it's the best possible result because all have as a community. United Nations are, of course, not ideal. They were born in a very specific moment in time after the Second World War. It's supposed to be democratic, but it's not democratic at all. As you know, there are 5 members which have vetoed and it's more power than ours. As the war mentioned, all countries are equal, but some are more equal than others. Of course, fundamental changes have happened since then, since 1985, and we are faced now with new challenges which we have to address jointly. The United Nations basically acts in 3 areas: maintaining peace and stability, providing for sustainable development, and for that we have these sustainable development goals that we are very well aware, and we have the fight for the implementation of human rights. You are going to be living all this. You have been preparing for this week for a long time already. There's been preparing this series in different aspects where the United Nations takes place, be it local organization, be it climate change, be it development, be it peace and security. I am very happy to be here with you and also to share State's experience in the United Nations. With this perhaps the Security Council, we've been here for 5 times already since we joined the United Nations in 1995. It's been 2 very hard years that we have actually achieved the goal. We have tried to contribute to the world with those achievements we were most proud of, and we were conscious that were needed to the workers right now. So that we were able to push those areas such as fighting terrorism from different perspectives, being international judicial cooperation, with the fight against human trafficking, in conflict situations, with multiple cooperation and the weapons of mass destruction. We have also been able to revitalize the methods of work at the United Nations and make them less bureaucratic and more respectful and more transparent. Actually, We make an effort to get the most out of ourselves and to live this passionate profession, this quality. People like you and me for a better tomorrow. Thank you very much for being here. Inviting us to be in different places over the last couple of years to talk about how we can contribute to sustainability. Before I something more concrete. But as you know, in 2015, countries of the 2030 agenda for sustainable development and 17 development goals, and in 2006, the Paris Agreement on Climate Change and Development, which is one of the most relevant moments, I think, for us and for our futures, because this was the way to address the needs we need to address the world. I will come back to this idea later. As you know, as a general goal, this agenda pursues to improve the lives of people around the world. And as it was said, I am representing Vast Know-how Foundation and Acumendi. Probably you haven't heard about that, but Acumendi is a restaurant. It is a British restaurant, which is located in Finland. And you can ask yourself what the restaurant has to do with sustainable development, growth, the UN agenda, etc., etc. Some of you will have the chance next Friday to see what that means, and I will try to explain briefly to you what that means in fact. First, how should we, or how did we, Acumendi, my history with Acumendi, with work, I am very in this very moment, is quite short, because before my business was another profession. I was in the multilateral arena, bilateral arena, also for more than 15 years. What have we done in Acumendi? First, we were thinking which were our philosophy, our core goals, our core values, and obviously to have something to do with the sustainable development agenda, we have to align ourselves with those principles. And what did we do afterwards? An action. So, for example, having said this, I would like to launch to you some key questions. You may have thought that Acumendi has done something. Why we should be proactive in pursuing these goals? We read from Acumendi from Vast Know-how Foundation that it is said that people have access to food, water, education, sanitation, opportunities. Sustainable development is linked to peace. Peace grows, develops in any society. Inequality is conflict. Human beings need water and food. And to keep peace, the rise of global temperatures should be limited. So we have in front of us a terrifying challenge, because one of the greatest challenges in the community is the really access to water. And one thing, I guess you are coming from different countries and visiting some of them. I remember in Australia talking to some Aboriginal people near Mulu. We're saying exactly the same as some I remember from the Australian talking with them in 2012. Basically, we will not inherit the earth from our ancestors. We borrow it from our children. And I would love you to think about I think would be the bottom line to support the achievement of those goals. Coming back to the theme of this small talk, I hope it's small. What should we do as individuals? Why Academic has been so granted since its opening in 2005? Why? Very simple. Sustainability in the global sense has been the basis of operations. How Academia approaches sustainability? Because for us it's a cross-cutting issue. It's the basis for anything we plan, for anything we organize. By adopting and adapting the UN 2030 agenda set of goals to equality, protect planet, and achieve prosperity for all, and implement a number of actions as a result. And awareness, and I think this forum is very relevant, because we should be the ambassadors of those goals. The awareness to promote sustainable development and climate change. What did we do in 2015 when the agenda was approved? As I said before, align our very simple and primary goals to the UN goals. In fact, the UN gave us permission to use the law. We will see on Saturday. So what do we do from academia to share wealth and knowledge to eliminate inequalities and poverty? All the conclusions of our research, laboratories, cooperation programs are being concrete, disseminated to universities, local institutions, anyone interested in what we are doing. In terms of food security and nutrition, promoting agriculture and sustainable fashion, we try to reduce what is stored several kilometers away, if it is possible. We encourage that lives and promote well-being for those are always placed since 2010. Academic has been cooperating with the Sabinecha, which is the South Public System, and ECO as our chef created a number of menus for chronic disease. Since then, this cooperation has been ongoing also with the Basque University, and for 2016-17, we will incorporate to our team and nutritionists not only to analyze the menu, but also to disseminate knowledge using the network, knowledge about healthy life and healthy food to our society. It has been mentioned already to promote inclusion and it worldwide education and promotes lifelong learning opportunities for all. Academia and the foundation is open to everybody, meaning that we have in our training programs people from all over the world, and they are invited by order of application, meaning that everyone will be working there and work has the opportunity to be part of our organization, and also those who need the resources have support from academia to be trained. Gender equality and empowerment of women is one of our characteristics. As working career says, 100% of the world of directors are women. So we are quite okay with that. Promoting many activities, and I don't need to make it all. Sustainable management of water and sanitation. If you have the opportunity to spend 6 minutes, go to our community's website. In the sustainable section, sustainability and philosophies, we find it you will have to you will see a lot of water, meaning that we harvest water to run our operations. Use and grow affordable sustainable and modern energy. More or less 25% of the electricity consumption in Africa is generated by us, by photovoltaic solar panels and geothermal systems. The latter resilient infrastructure promoting inclusive and sustainable industrialization and fostering innovation again. And I really invite you to see that video. Because in 6 minutes you will understand what those concepts mean. Self-generated wealth and value again. We try to be wealthy by selling wealth with those contributing to our business. Contribute to making our settlements inclusive, safe, resilient, and sustainable. And many has the LEED certification, the only one in Europe, which means that leadership in energy and environmental design. That means that this building is resource efficient, use less water and energy, and reduce greenhouse gas emissions. By the way, as you may already understand, that means a personal commitment from the owners, because the investment to run this kind of operations increased more or less by 20%. Users support sustainable consumption and production patterns, implementing actions to combat climate change and impacts, such reducing water consumption, producing energy, recycling the waste, harvesting water, etc. Sustainable use of marine resources. We only use seasonal produce, and we certify legal origin and almost fix promote sustainable use of forest ecosystems, sustainability, and forest and reserve land degradation and halt with biodiversity loss during the construction process. A number of measures were taken to reduce land degradation. Moreover, 800 trees of local varieties were planted, and construction methods were implemented to minimize the waste. We also have a germplasm bank. That means a bank with more than 400 different seeds of local varieties of vegetables. By that, we try to make aware all those visiting us, nearly 25,000 people per year, the importance of keeping the local biodiversity for our sustainability as human beings. Finally, we support the strengthening of means of implementation and revitalize the global partnership for sustainability. So pretty much everything, you are all invited to come to visit and understand how the actions have been implemented in that given area.
I will please ask the speakers to be prepared on their seats, please. And I'm opening up the floor now.
Ladies and gentlemen, as a production coordinator of the engagement of schools for us, I would like to give you a warm welcome to this end-to-end conference organized by schools and young people. And this year, I'm impressed by your commitment, engagement, and participation during these end-to-end conferences, which give you the opportunity to develop thinking, communication, and social skills, which encourage persistence, responsibility, and entrepreneurship. I these skills. And these positions are crucial for the personal, academic, and professional life. I truly prefer when these words from your teachers very times. But on the other hand, I am a citizen born in the middle of the 20th century. I'm confident that you, from the generation of the 21st century, you will make a better world in the future. A better world by means of developing not only the skills I've mentioned and dispositions I've mentioned, but also by means of practicing empathy, compassion, openness, honesty, sense of humor as well, and loyalty with others and yourselves. This really made it better. I hope that you will enjoy from this experience in this welcoming part of the world, both making friends and by doing as well a very good work. Have a very good time with Bilbao, and thank you very much.
Since then, I have asked to repeat at first conference, to introduce a second trip last year, to organise 2 mini conferences in the LD, to introduce a third trip this year, and now MUN Bilbao. So I would like to thank them for always saying yes to me and for just letting me get on with it. Students do, the conferences we had already attended, and I casually mentioned that my long-term plan was to eventually host an international conference here in Bilbao. Their response was, we can have a conference next January. That took me a little bit by surprise, but since then we have been very supportive in the organisation of this conference. So I would like to thank all of us, and in particular, Antonio Lopez, the director, Anna, sat on my right, and Armin Andreas, who is responsible for public relations. After the English went ahead, I immediately returned to reality and asked to see her if she would be my secretary, and she jumped to the opportunity. We very quickly recruited Larry Tackle as our head of press and media, and Naya Gill and Sophia Echekala as our head of admin. These 4 students have worked tirelessly during this last year, giving up an awful lot of their free time with hardly any complaints. And this conference would not be happening if it had not been for their dedication, motivation, and enthusiasm. I would like to thank them for everything they have contributed to make all of this happen, and to tell them I am very proud of what we have achieved.
they chose an NGO that follows Role 4 in the social, cultural and humanitarian community. Room 3 works to improve child literacy and gender equality in Europe, Asia and Africa. And €2, everyone's registration fee is being donated to her, which means a total of €530 has been raised by you, all choosing to attend MUN Bilbao. So thank you. Upon finishing here tonight, please make sure you collect all your belongings and make your way immediately back to the buses as they need to leave for reality as soon as possible. The conference has a zero tolerance policy on the use of alcohol and drugs, and anyone considered to be under the influence may well be asked to leave. While some school promises smoking is not permitted under Spanish law, there are no plans to have any private practice, but if the alarms go off at any moment during the conference, please make your way calmly and quietly to the main parking area and leadership premises. I would just like to finish by saying we have worked very hard to ensure that the conference will be enjoyable and entertaining, and I hope you will not be disappointed over the next few days. I hope you will all participate as much as possible and enjoy the conference to its fullest. I wish you all lots of fruitful debate and fun, and I yield the floor back to Secretary General.
Thank you, speakers. Delegates will be taking a 2 minutes break to switch the positions to the table. Please remain seated. Thank you. After a recent loss of speeches, there will be around policy information no longer being asked. In an interest of time, it will be limited to 2 points of information per round. After the first block of speeches and the information, there will be a 5-minute break to switch positions from the balcony to the live streaming room if delegates wish to do so. Please be back when time is due so we may continue. No passing is now allowed if there was any delegates who pass any secretarial matters. We will now start with the louder speeches. Countries have been assigned a number from 1 to 54, and I would love to ask Anna Otavi to be here next to me, just a number between 1 to 54, and I will take that country and start in the order.
16.
That would be Germany. So Germany, Ghana, Greece, India, and Indonesia, signed by the tables in the speech. The Federal Republic of Germany contributes actively to international peace and prosperity. Germany has played a significant part in addressing the ongoing conflict in Ukraine and against terrorism in Syria and Iraq. It holds relations with more than 190 countries. Germany is a giver of equal gender rights and especially motivates women's empowerment. Currently, it has achieved having the same number of males and females attending university. Germany promotes the use of renewable energy, so 25% of energy is already renewable. Furthermore, Germany is part of the climate protection financing activity and it is part of the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. This initiative is about everyone. It is a major partner in preparing the global affairs. Germany has donated €1 million to help developing countries. It has also donated €150,000 to support food safety and improved health standards. Germany is a member of major organizations including the UN
is a West African country which is constantly seeking to improve its citizens, but does not always benefit from enough means to do so, especially in education and waste management. For instance, we strive to keep cities linked to the lack of facilities and to reduce our citizens' waste. However, in domains such as human rights, our state is determined who and end to obvious violations in some areas of the code. But whatever the issue, cooperation and collaboration with other countries of the United Nations will be the key to success as long as we lead to well-thought action. Our President once said, action without thought is empty, thought without action is blind. Honorable Chair Philip Rodriguez, thank you.
Honorable members of the chair, fellow delegates, and distinguished guests. As Greece, we are glad to have an opportunity to take part in this prestigious conference, to debate and hopefully solve major problems the world suffers from in our present day. First of all, we are really concerned about the emerging crisis between Europe and Turkey, thinking that Greece is at the gates between the two sides. Secondly, regarding the environment issues, we believe that this work belongs to all of us. So, all countries, from the poorest to the richest, was obliged to endeavor in searching for solutions, as well as applicable methods to protect the world from these threats, concentrating on regions that are most affected. In conclusion, we hope that Greece, with the help of the United Nations and all other countries, can cooperate together to find a solution for these issues. Thank you for your attention.
Good evening. India faces many challenges in this growing world. Like others, we stand for a growing population and the ever-increasing technologization of the world. India's aim is to maintain excellent relations to share with many of the nations here and to formalize achievable solutions for both developed and developing countries around the world. We are confident that as our understanding of maps and science evolves, we can bring up new technologies that previously have not been thought of. We see our great future in the achievement of free sustainable development as one to preserve this earth not only for our lives, but for an endless amount of generations to come. We also desire not to forget the emphasis of climate change and handling waste, as these are large-scale issues, 1/6 of the population of this planet. My hope is that in 20, 30, or 40 years, we can look back and say it was our collaboration and our combined understanding that made this world better, more peaceful, and more fair.
Dear fellow delegates, ambassadors, advisors, and other great guests. With Indonesia being the fourth most populous country in the world, very strong, influential, and growing country. With much going on, Indonesia recognizes that there is a lot to be discussed during the next few days. Indonesia as a whole believes that ensuring people's well-being through health and security are some of the most important things to be discussed. Growing medical issues as well as terrorism are no longer something we should be battled throughout Indonesia, which is why we hope to find solutions to these issues. With Indonesia slowly working its way up to become more economically developed, we're a strong nation that offers many opportunities, work collaboratively, and hope that other countries will show their support. Thank you very much.
Italy, Japan, Jordan, Kenya, and Malaysia. The Secretary forgot to mention that those countries only allow almost for non-family and Italy, Mexico.
We also feel strongly about the reduction of
those who please others to go through your own private life. Thank you for your attention.
Please be back by 20, 23.
president will find in Mexico and its government a neighbor who wants to work constructively to further strengthen the relationship between our nations and face the challenges that are common together. And we truly believe that this will be achievable. But as our Honorable President also said, we are not paying for a wall. Mexico is a great country, and delegation of his today are more than ready to cooperate with all of you. We are facing a lot of important issues, and this promise is a great step towards solving them. Delegation of Mexico is honored to visit this promise during these times. Thank you.
The investor holds the
and we never have the same recognition. The division of museum demonstrates that our world is perfect here, and even a peaceful, secure, perfect place. I hope that this remain conference, hopefully working together, to be able to establish an agreement, challenges and working in order to improve the world. Thank you.
Nigeria, South Korea, Norway, Pakistan, and Philippines that were
Sí. Va a caer, pero... Ahora espera.
Honorable Sheriff, fellow Chance, it's a funny one. There's hard many things, especially our unique position. There's not the love that we are here present on this earth. But we know what is everything else that defines us on this planet. This idea does not really mean the phrase I was born up. So when you say child was unwanted before, it's a fallacy, as every child, poor or rich, should have equal chance to thrive in this world. The love of equality is not a question of love, but rather a question of conditions. Because in the right conditions, life is always capable of thriving. It's absurd to say that some countries can't do it, because it is not even a fact that nothing can be done to change. And this is all perfect. We need to match these conditions, or else nothing will ever work. And we agree.
We are honored to be here, representing the Islamic Republic of Pakistan. We believe that the world is currently facing some serious issues, but we also believe there are some beautiful solutions. We hope that
this assembly, we will manage to cooperate, and as a result, we will not found those beautiful solutions. As our founder, Muhammad Ali Jinnah said, there is no power on earth that can undo God's law. We are a force to be reckoned with. We are also looking forward to the most fruitful last days. Thank you.
Honorable sirs, fellow delegates, and esteemed guests, one who is proud to represent the Republic of the Philippines in this annual Congress. Philippines and China compete in Southern Asia. One is economically powerful continent, the country is now suffering an economic crisis. Geography has forced our president to begin for the first time the Southern international system. However, we are still a great international power and we are ready to lead the world international politics. As a well-established supporter of international trade, Philippines desires to pursue the local economic goals in order to enable developing countries to reach their full potential. Philippines is willing to help fight for a better world in behalf of those who suffer from hunger and poverty. Nevertheless, one states is in commitment from all the countries here represented. And I know that the people will unite in peace. That's our goal for today, and we are looking to lead to the for your time.
It's the dedication of Mexico very sad that the receipt of the wall celebrated.
The delegation of Saudi Arabia, a country with wars and accounts, think that these movements, these power, that we use to make the war a better place, and not a global better place. We want the war to be able to try to achieve this goal and achieve things. Indeed, economic equality, clean environment, health, security, health environment, and peace are still and evolution. It is enough for me as a master, but also as a reference, to be here, and I believe that the delegation of Saudi Arabia will fully address these global challenges. Thank you very much.
Dear delegates and esteemed chair, the delegation of Senegal firmly believes in the support of communities and humanity provides for development of the other. The Republic of Senegal is a rapidly developing country with rich cultural heritage. Being a former colony of France, we have adopted many European values and customs along the way. Nevertheless, regardless of our rapid economic and industrial growth, there are a couple of issues that we have to require delegation to respond. Particularly, the issue of human rights and negotiable political refugees are going to be heavily emphasized by the delegation. On the other hand, though, notwithstanding our hardships and challenges, the Republic of Senegal is a globalist nation with a tenacious spirit that has only persevered and strived to perfection. We're always willing to supply humanitarian and military aid to nations that truly need it. There's deploying 1,000 troops in Yemen back to Saudi coalition. The delegation of Senegal is looking forward to a fruitful debate and long-lasting partnerships. Thank you for your
Fellow delegations, assembled chairs, and gratefulness. The Federal Republic of Somalia would like to thank everyone involved in establishing this forum. International cooperation is the bedrock of security, health, and prosperity for all peoples in all nations, large and small. Somalia faces great challenges ranging from climate change and public health to perhaps our most prevalent neighbor, security. As an agriculturally based coastal nation, we will be and have already been experiencing the effects of climate change. Effects that push people from stable jobs and put them at risk for radicalization as has befallen so many in our government. Somalia may not be the economic powerhouse or military giant of the time other delegations present, but Somalia's problems and the problems of smaller nations are just as crucial for global stability and prosperity. Somalia looks forward to working with international partners to solve some of the most serious challenges. Only together can we prosper.
Sweden, Switzerland, Spain, and Tanzania.
Steve Excellencies, delegates, volunteers, and dear staff. As an invitation to this United Nations General Assembly, we have little experience with international cooperation on sustainable development. Nevertheless, we're keen on working with all of you to create a better world, not for us, but for the future. We have exploited this planet long enough, and we should ask ourselves not to put that in for us, but we into the planet. Thank you.
Dear President, Secretary General, Honorable Chairs, fellow delegates, and students, being one of the world's richest countries with extremely high living conditions, Sweden is deeply interested in helping other less wealthy and less developed countries that are free, all of the population and things their local and global
Thank you all for that attention. I know the bill that you should make it all.
In 2015, HIV affected over 50,000 people in Tanzania. Tanzania is deeply concerned with world health. It is crucial for Tanzania to improve the water supply and eradicate hunger. The issues are caused poor living conditions and health services, resulting in increased child mortality rates, increased death rates, and increasing life expectancy rates. This makes Tanzania the most populated country in East Africa, but with the lowest population density. Furthermore, Tanzania fails to overcome trafficking of men, women, and children. The delegation of Tanzania is devoted to decreasing inequality and safety. This issue has been preventing female empowerment and education and stability. Tanzania is speaking for ways for more female participation in politics and improved education for everyone. Tanzania is hoping that other nations will provide aid in these matters. Thank you.
Delegation to Saudi Arabia quotes Nelson Mandela equality. Are they allowed to open money within their own borders?
Thank you, delegates. We're now proceeding to read Thailand, Turkey, Uganda, UK, Good evening, fellow delegates, honorable chairs, and honorable guests. Several countries have helped Thailand achieve long-term sustainability, and thanks to this, Thailand is one of the most successful countries in reducing poverty and sustaining strong growth. This economic aid has further allowed Thailand to work on one of its main goals, global warming, which, to the eyes of Thailand, is one of the most important problems in the 21st century, and believes that we should all cooperate together to tackle it. Thailand also believes in the smoking-free world and is fully supportive of any measures taken. The increasing obesity and sugar-derived addictions have led Thailand to introduce the sugar tax. Additionally, Thailand is also making a great effort in developing in social aspects, as it considers it a vital ingredient for a country's prosperity. For instance, Thailand has its own women development plan aimed to protect their rights. Thailand looks forward to participating in some stimulating debates about these issues as part of the UN over the next few days. Thank you for your time.
Honorable President, Secretary General, and distinguished delegates, J.K. Rowling said in relation to the Syrian vote refugees, if you can't imagine yourself in one of those votes, you have something missing. They are dying for a life worth living. Turkey is proud of its leadership in the EU-Turkey migrant crisis. Our stance on human rights, in particular, helping refugees. Turkey is also actively engaged in the reduction of greenhouse gas emissions. Although Turkey has one of the highest amounts of carbon emissions, it is endeavoring to create renewable energy sources. And in 2012, Turkey didn't create any spare non-renewable power plants, but we are looking to change our ways. Turkey calls upon the international community to assist developing countries in attaining long-term sustainability through financial support, as it has other UN agencies. Turkey likewise proposes nations to increase funding to help LDCs reduce greenhouse gas emissions. Thank you for your attention. Secretary, distinguished delegates, we are only a The need for enforcement when it comes to the topic of women in girls empowerment. The delegation strongly believes that there must be local improvement to aid in ending child labor and slavery. And the question of protecting privacy in the youth age must be addressed to how people go about the world and their lives without knowing the dates of uncontrolled social media. We gather our thoughts and develop a remedy to consider these issues. However, if these problems are to be addressed and or eliminated, then there must be immediate action to take place. As you do, these issues will show be resolved. Thank you for your attention.
Dear delegates, chairs, and distinguished guests, ever since its foundation in 1945, the UN has played a vital role in ensuring worldwide peace and has played a key member in defending human rights and stimulating economic growth. The UK has been involved since the very beginning and will keep striving for the values and understanding. Today we are faced with many problems, ranging from pollution to immigration issues. Never before has the gap between the riches and the poorest been bigger, and terrorism starts with our hearts. However, the UK believes that, by working together and compromising, all nations unite and build a better future for our children and grandchildren as we grow up. We, united, can make this world better and it all starts right here. So let's put our differences aside. For what we do here matters to the world, regardless of our gender, age, nationality, or income. Stand up for every job that we all do. Thank you. Good evening, President, good afternoon, honorable chair, and Senator. It's a great pleasure of mine to be here today representing the Republic of Uruguay. Uruguay is a small country located in the southeast of South America. Thanks to its unique local practices and interesting features, Uruguay is serious and iconic East South. Uruguay stands out in Latin America for being a Mediterranean state and for its high income, low level of inequality, and almost complete absence of seafood. Uruguay is currently working towards a million people. Last year in 2016, Uruguay celebrated 10 years of autonomous freedom. Another issue which has led to conflicts in Uruguay is the need, which is an authority protects, not indirect, or values laws. These are just some of the global issues we will try to address in the following days. The ambassador of Uruguay has stated that the South Conference will be developed and call for other nations to join hands involved in the coming days and provide practical solutions for our work. Thank you very much.
The United Nations is an organization created to
Dear Secretary General, DJ, Steve Chair, distinguished delegates, the delegation of the United States of America would like to remind you of the beginning of the United Nations. In 1980, Woodrow Wilson, 28th President of the United States of America, and others decided that an international organization was needed to achieve peace. That was the birth hour of the League of Nations. This concept was derived in 1945 on the already mentioned conference in 1945, where the Charter of the United Nations was signed. As you can see, the United States of America has been vital for all international organizations. Now, in 2017, the United States faces multiple challenges. Therefore, we call on all nations to once again follow the lead of the United States of America and concentrate on solving problems instead of just debating about it. We, the United Nations, cannot solve any problems that have shown yes, we can. Thank you, and may God bless America and the United Nations. Dear Chair, fellow delegates, welcome to the Secretary. It's a pleasure to come to this and also representing Venezuela. Venezuela is a growing country with an action culture and many unique characteristics which make one of the most loved countries in the world. However, there's a case of many developing countries that face various contemporary and endemic problems such as social, economic, and environmental. Among these, eliminating the worst forms of child labor is our priority, especially child labor in domestic service and commercial sexual exploitation and imports of our government, and we ultimately advances and lower rate of child labor in 2007. Our government currently in the programs to meet the level of poverty and improve functions for all working children, especially by developing them on the prevalence and nature of work forms of child labor. We would also like to focus on certain new and environmental issues, such as reducing currently adverse and environmental impact some of our life states. Our government is aware that clean revolutions provide the efficient energy production, distribution, and use, especially in the industrial, transportation, and living sectors. Venezuela would like to address these issues and would welcome any venture for cooperation between countries, which will ultimately create food and problem-solving solutions for everyone. We wish everyone a pleasant conference and look forward to these issues and other issues all the day. Thank you.
Dear Secretary General, delegates, monitors, chairs, friends, guests. The delegation of women would like to see its conference to discuss very important matters that are the world today, such as female rights, sugar taxes, and sugar taxes. It has happened more wars, food shortages, and people that ever before we believe it's a peace solution to our problems. Even though Yemen is a country divided by war, we believe collaboration is needed. We are looking forward to a fruitful debate in which all opinions will be respected. Let us work together as United Nations, not as separate worlds. Thank you.
Honorable Chairs, distinguished delegates, dear guests. The Islamic Republic of Afghanistan is present here today to discuss the importance of local matters, including the proliferation and usage of substances, legally abused. The Islamic Republic of Afghanistan has had the honor to fight a treaty which has only propagated and proliferated the usage of substances. With this substance, such as drugs, such as alcohol, and other harmful agents, terrorist groups all over the world finance their rate of terror in the countries in which they operate. The delegation of the Islamic Republic of Afghanistan is firmly believing that the only way to stop terrorism and the only way to stop people from harming themselves is to curb the usage and only to attack the Islamic terrorists that create these substances and proliferate. We cannot stand by idly while we see represents the divide we call, let's make sure no country falls again. Thank you.
Honorable Secretary General, fellow guests, and distinguished others. As a official Panagala, we suffer from poverty, which is our source of grace for the hours of the past. We totally understand the current issue of the Syrian refugee crisis, because we have refugees of our own. Today, we need cooperation, action, empathy, and unity for the sake of humanity. We can't prevent terrorists that and hold permanently, but we can't eliminate the staff. If we can have war reasons, embrace poor children who mourn out their parents instead of playing with their conservatively, and increase life standards of the impoverished people who suffer from scarcity, it will change lives and rescue really lives. We expect many beginning for a happy ending. Thank you.
Shortly, Thailand recognizes its role as the world's second largest sugar exporter. While Somalia fully believes the issue of public health is paramount, we believe tax on sugar is an unfair flow to target the economies of nations with large roles in the sugar industry, such as ourselves and such as Thailand. Somalia is alarmed by Thailand's apparent support of sugar tax and hope it was merely a
After their president has denounced climate change as a Chinese hoax and stopped voting for African videos supporting abortion.
guard walls and prison fights are only two of the lasting impacts that Brazil has seen lately, and we hope that we can tackle these situations with the help of all our fellow members and countries. However, the Republic of Brazil is also delighted to see current changes in renewable energy all across the world. They will become one of the world's main power sources, and Brazil already has 85% of renewable energy, but will still face difficulties with these technologies. As we begin, we have the opportunity to tackle these and many other issues and solve them together over the next few days as good as we can. Thank you very much.
Honorable President, Secretary General, Chairs, and President. Cambodia is a growing country and provides its services to the UN peacekeeping forces, making preservation of peace a priority for us. While looking at efforts to improve the condition of the country's regional force, Cambodia itself has some issues which need to be addressed, like the problem of water slavery and trafficking, and the rising levels of waste generated and disposal of important, leading to an increase in greenhouse gas emissions. Both occurring as a result of a lack of access to education and educational quality. So this week, as we undertake our consultations, bear in mind that the MUN cases that seem to bear up against unanimous opinion may be resolved by inviting regional associates and authorities to actively participate in such discussions. Thank you for your attention and good luck to the debate.
Canada, China, Colombia, Congo, Denmark, Egypt, Finland, and France.
enjoyable, and of a good quality for every single person. Thank you for your attention.
Marine is one of the largest marine environmental scientists, and is
Welke gezichten.